friends. Welcome to Tea and Style with Gabby Eckert, where we meet courageous women who are chasing their dreams and answer their style questions over a cup of tea. Joining us today is my dear friend, Inga. She is a confidence coach who previously worked as a mechanical engineer in chemical plants for 20 plus years. She left her engineering career to follow her entrepreneurial spirit and pursue her dream life full of faith, family, freedom, flexibility, and fitness. She enjoys empowering women to live their best life, and she has worked with thousands of women to enhance their confidence. So Inga, welcome and spill the tea. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yes, so I am a confidence coach. I enhance women's confidence through their appearance, their mindset, and their consistency. And I've been doing this from an appearance point of view for over 18 years. And from a mindset and consistency point of view for about almost 3 years. So I just wanted to provide more value for women so they could be financially independent and be able to save for their futures and their families' futures, as well as give out of their abundance.
Inga, you always inspire me. You guys, I love Inga. That's why I invited her on. She is fantastic. She has such an impressive background as far as what she does, especially in her business, her direct sales business. She is like a 4-time national seller, a 2-time free car earner. She's ranked the top 5% of her company. So very, very cool. And she's coached women, like she's saying, and has really impacted their lives. And this woman right here, she walks the walk. Like, she gives from her heart, and she has such a beautiful heart. And I want you to share a little bit of that with us today. So Inga, tell us why you do what you do.
Well, my heart is all about helping empower women. Being that I was in a male-dominated field for over 20 years, my heart was always wanting to go out to women to help them be financially independent. Because what I find is sometimes women put themselves in compromising situations because they have become, adaptive to a certain lifestyle. And for whatever reason, they don't think they can do that type of lifestyle on their own. So I wanted to be able to help women be financially independent so they don't have to deal with the drama, I'll call it. If they have a significant other, they're with the significant other because they love being around them and they want to be with them more so than feeling like they have to be with them. So that was my primary focus, just to make sure that women, as my mama used to always tell me, can count on number one. If you can count on you, then you don't have to worry about little stupid stuff that you feel like you have to settle for in order to live a certain lifestyle and live a certain way.
Inga, so good. Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing, friends. And I hope I don't embarrass Inga by telling you guys this. I was just gonna be like, Gabby, why'd you do that? But if you go follow Inga on Instagram, because I do, this girl, she really walks what she's saying. I mean, she will share that she drops in some money in diaper boxes,
yes,
formula, and it always touches my heart, because we know, like, where we put our money, that's where our heart is. Right. And Inga really believes in this message and blessing others and lifting up women and strengthening them. So super excited to have you guys meet her and connect with her. And now Inga has a question for me that is style related, specifically around creating videos. So let's hear it, Inga.
So I was just curious. I know when I look at the news that the people that are on the news, they often wear just solid colors. And I wondered if there was a reason behind that. I know lots of times they're in front of green screens,
yep.
where they have to be kind of cognizant of the color of their item so it doesn't kind of blend into the green screen. Yeah. But I didn't know if there was a certain reason why they stuck to solids.
Very good. Yeah, so that's a fantastic question. I feel like that's so pertinent to women, exactly like what we're doing and who we're working with, who are on video and creating content on their own, maybe for their YouTube channel or social media. And sometimes they have that like feeling like I have nothing to wear, or what should I wear? What's the best thing to wear? So
Right.
absolutely. I will say that it is so true that the what you wear and the what you see in the mirror isn't always what translates on camera. And so my number one tip is to always check what you're wearing in the setting with the lighting and camera that you're going to be using to go on your video, because what you're seeing in front of you in the mirror can be distorted and won't come across as you're visually seeing it. So for example, the colors might turn a different shade. It
Right.
might make you appear washed out, backlit. It might distort the lighting. So you want to keep that in mind going into that. And I also want to mention that the patterns that we choose to wear, and this is often why you'll see a lot of solids, although I'm not saying that you always have to wear a solid, because I feel like you can then go far side of the pendulum and be like, I'm never wearing a print again. But there are certain patterns that will distort the camera. And unfortunately, I just watched a training with a gentleman who had his poor stylist. I don't know what she was thinking doing this to him, but she put him in pinstripes, and he was on stage with lighting being recorded, and he was giving his speech moving back and forth on stage. Now, what was happening, Inga, is those pinstripes were distorting the image of the camera, appearing like almost like squiggly lines.
Oh,
It
wow.
was so distracting. And for someone like me, that is, I can't focus, because now I'm like
Right.
staring at this shirt. I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's zooming out, it's zooming in, it's going all crazy. And even though you're seeing such great content, I was so distracted by the fact that his shirt was distorting the camera. So I recommend that you stay away from, again, those thin pinstripe while you're on camera. Also check gingham as well as houndstooth. Those are all patterns that sometimes have those attributes that will distort the camera and almost appear like you're in the wacky mirror, like in a circus or something. Like it almost just
Oh,
moves
wow.
the camera very, very horribly, and it distracts the viewer. And then also, you want to make sure that whatever you're putting on your body, especially if you're a woman in business, that it aligns with your brand and it's communicating your brand story. And sometimes with patterns, that also is very powerful in sending a message. Think about it. If I'm wearing an animal print or I'm wearing a floral print, both of those have very different vibes, right? So we want to make sure whatever print that we're choosing, it sends a little bit of a stronger message than me wearing just a solid color, right? It's a different kind of vibe. It's creating a different visual interest for you and your brand. And then
Oh,
I would
well,
say,
let me ask you
yeah, go
something
for
really
it.
quick. Okay, so going back to the pinstripe. Now, was it distracting because he was moving, or was it distracting because he just had the pinstripe? Because I'm wondering if he was just standing still, like maybe on a Zoom call or something like that, would there have been that distortion, or was it because he was moving?
I think it was not because he was moving, because when he was still, it still was doing that. And you can
Oh,
see it
okay,
in Zoom as well. And the thing is,
okay,
like, you would have to be incredibly still. And human behavior, Inga, you're very good at this. Like my human behavior, I'm Italian. Okay. I talk with my hands. I'm moving. I'm very
right.
expressive. I'm touching. I'm like, that's just me. That's my personality. I can't sit still. So like for me, I'm like, and Inga's perfect. She's like, I'm in the center. I'm like ready for this. I'm over here. So it's very hard for someone like me to be extremely, extremely still. So even the
Okay,
slight movement would distort it even more so, if that's making
okay,
sense.
cool.
And then I would say with the colors, if you want to shy away from the color, from patterns and really dive into color, I suggest really knowing your power colors and knowing what colors look like they were made for you and that help you glow and appear your best on camera, because some colors, they're not all created equally, compared to our undertone. Some
Right.
colors I can wear and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like a ghost, like, you know what I mean, or my
Yeah,
head's
I'm with you.
floating, yeah, or it washes me out. So I think that if you are going to go that route of wearing solids, and or you just want to know that information, you should really consider getting a color analysis done to really know your color palette, what what colors really flatter you, and then leverage that, because color has power. It impacts your mood,
Oh, yeah.
helps strengthen your brand. if you're feeling bold and vibrant or giving a bold and vibrant content in your video, maybe you want to dress that way. Maybe
put on some red lipstick.
Yes. Oh, Inga knows about the makeup. Exactly. Put on the red lipstick, wear like a magenta blazer or something. Like you want to communicate that vibrancy. So anyway, I really hope that helped answer your question, Inga. Do you have any other follow-up questions?
Yes, you kind of sparked my interest when you were talking about the different prints and the connotation that each print has. So tell me a little bit more about that. What does floral mean to you? And then what would animal print mean to you? Because I know I'm a lover of animal print. So
I am too.
I was just curious what you thought.
So I would say really two different vibes in that floral is very feminine. It's very delicate. It's very like, just soft and like my teapot. It's got the floral print going on, very delicate. It's with the china, my cup china. Like that's just the connotation that always comes with floral. And then you have a leopard print, which I love. I'm pulling leopard because it's fun, or cheetah print. You have that feeling of fun, of like a little edgy, like a little bit like, the animal, like, oh man, powerful, like, let's go. So it's two different vibes, and neither of them are wrong, but you really can start to leverage color, patterns, prints to help build your brand story, which is really cool.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Thanks for that. Yes. Explaining that a little bit more.
Oh, that's awesome. Inga, I am so excited because I wanted to share with our tea guests today that if you want to get to know Inga a little bit more and to really dive into some fabulous fall trends, Inga and I are teaming up for an event. Aren't we, Inga? It's going to be so good.
Yes. I'm going to be super excited about this event. It's the Fabulous Fall Trends. And it's all about fall. Fall is all the rage. I know many of you are ready to get in your boots and your plaids and just bring all of your cooler weather out. Now, a person like me that lives on the Gulf Coast, we probably get 2 weeks of cold weather. And fall is really not starting for us until probably like November. But hey, different strokes for different folks. We still want to help you guys rock your thing. And we're so excited because we're actually going to do it on the day that fall starts, which is September 23rd. And really excited about doing this with Gabby. We got some great information providing you tons of value on what to wear when it comes to fashion as well as beauty. I'm going to give you some interesting tricks and tips to enhance your God-given positives with the makeup that you can really just, when you walk in the room, you turn heads. And I'm sure all of us.
Right. Oh, I love it. Oh yeah. We're going to be sharing all the goods, fashion and makeup and beauty and color. It's going to be a blast. So please join us for that. There's going to be a link in the description. It's free and we can't wait to connect with you there. It's going to be fabulous. Inga, thank you so much for joining me. Can you tell everyone how they can find you, how they can stalk you, how they can work with you? Tell us all the things.
Well, I have a YouTube channel and it is all about beauty. It's called Do You Boo TV. And so you can definitely find me there. I will make sure that Gabby has the link so you can just click the link in the description and go there and check me out. If you want to subscribe to my beauty newsletter where I send out live tutorials as well as tricks and tips and newsletters and my latest YouTube video, you can go to doyouboo.me. And that will also be in the description where you can register for their newsletter and just stay connected with me and know all the new stuff that's coming out.
Oh, I love it. I love Inga's newsletter. Jam-packed with goodness and value. Inga, thank you again for joining me, my friend, for tea. Guys, if you love this episode, please subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, invite your friends to tea time next time. The more and merrier. And we will talk to you all real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.